If you found your 16-year-old daughter's journal and read something that worried you, would you keep reading? Chloe started keeping a journal when she turned 15. I encouraged it, actually. I'd kept one at her age, and writing had helped me work through the chaos of high school emotions. She carried it everywhere those first few months, a purple leather-bound notebook she'd picked out herself. I'd see her scribbling in it at the kitchen table, curled up on the couch, even in the passenger seat during car rides. It made me happy, seeing her so engaged with something that wasn't her phone. Then she started pulling away. Not dramatically, not in ways that would worry other parents. But I knew my daughter. She stopped volunteering information about her day. Her responses got shorter when I asked about school, friends, how she was feeling. The journal disappeared from common areas and stayed locked in her bedroom. I told myself this was normal teenage behavior, that she was just establishing independence. But something felt different. She seemed tired all the time, distracted. Her grades stayed good. She wasn't breaking curfew or acting out, but there was a heaviness around her that I couldn't shake. One Tuesday morning, she forgot to take her journal to school. I was making her bed, something she usually did herself but had been forgetting lately, and there it was, sitting on her nightstand. I picked it up, telling myself I was just moving it somewhere safe. I opened it just to see what her handwriting looked like these days. That's what I told myself. But the first entry I saw mentioned a boy named Tyler and some situation at a party that had left her feeling stupid and used. My heart stopped. I should have closed it immediately, put it back, respected her privacy. Instead, I kept reading. The entries revealed a social world I knew nothing about. Parties I didn't know she was attending, relationships with kids I'd never heard of, situations that would have kept me awake at night if I'd known about them. But they also revealed something else. Chloe was handling these situations better than I ever would have at her age. She was making good decisions, walking away from bad situations, supporting friends who were struggling. The journal showed me a daughter who was more mature and thoughtful than I'd given her credit for. It also showed me that my instincts were right. She was carrying some heavy emotional weight. A friend's parents were getting divorced. Another friend was dealing with an eating disorder. Chloe was being the support system for multiple people while managing her own stress about college applications and social pressures. Reading her journal became a weekly ritual. Every Tuesday when she forgot it, every Saturday when she went to her dad's for the weekend. I told myself I was being a responsible parent, staying informed about her life. But I knew it was wrong. I was violating her privacy, her trust, her right to have thoughts that were hers alone. I stopped reading it 6 months ago when I realized the journal entries had started including her thoughts about me. How she wished she could talk to me about certain things but was worried I'd overreact. How she loved me but felt like I didn't trust her judgment. Reading those words felt like getting punched in the stomach. She was right. I wasn't trusting her judgment. I was secretly monitoring her instead of creating space for her to come to me. The information I'd gained from reading her journal hadn't made me a better parent. It had made me more anxious, more likely to ask leading questions or insert myself into situations she was handling fine on her own. Chloe is 17 now. We talk more than we did that year, though not as much as I'd like. I never told her about reading the journal, and I never will. But sometimes when she's talking about a friend or a situation at school, I have to stop myself from revealing that I already know more than she's telling me. The worst part is knowing that some of the distance between us is my fault. She was trying to figure out who she was beyond being my daughter, and instead of respecting that process, I was secretly watching it unfold. What would you have done? Tell me in the comments.